we live? Hey, we're live again. We're alive. I want you to know I gave AI 90 minutes of my life to automate a sub report for our monthly billing. And I thought, why not? I'm sure you've seen all the claims that AI can do almost anything and it's going to take over the world. Well, I am here to tell you we are not anywhere close to the world domination of AI. I want you to know that it epically failed my test. Numbers were wrong, data was missing, and it kept hallucinating information that didn't exist. But here's the thing. That failure taught me more than success ever could. So today I'm sharing my 5-step testing framework, and these are the lessons that nobody talks about, and why sometimes the smartest move is knowing when to let the bots sit this one out. So let's get to it. Hey, everybody, welcome to Just a Point of View. I'm Denise Reed, our host for our podcast, videocast, Just a Point of View. And if this is your first time joining me, welcome. This is where I talk about real business, real challenges, and real solutions. No fluff, no hype, just practical insights from 3 decades of running the concierge office suites and working with some incredible professionals here. Today, I want to tell you about an experiment that I ran recently. I also want to share a bit about my research chemist dad. He helped inspire my curiosity. I was constantly asking him, but why, Dad? And he would oblige me with all kinds of answers. And it's also why I'm willing to step unafraid into testing AI and all of its forms that possibly relate to my work and service to my clients. And spoiler alert, this month-end sub-report test didn't go the way I expected. But honestly, this is exactly why I'm sharing this experience with you. So let's talk AI, the current digital golden child. We've seen the videos, right? AI can do everything. Write your content, analyze your data, automate your workflows. I mean, at this point, I'm half expecting it to make my coffee in the morning. And that would be strong coffee with French vanilla liquid creamer, half and half, and MCT oil, please. I have set high expectations here. Can you tell? I'm not a total skeptic. I use AI regularly now in my business and personal life, from tracking my daily health goals to researching all kinds of content for social posts, blog posts, images, my podcast content development. I've even used it for business strategy development and research, and it's been genuinely useful. Surprise! I also know that not every shiny new tool is the right tool for every job. I am definitely handicapped when it comes to programming. Just ask my website designer. I know enough to royally screw up some programming in my website. So when it came time for my monthly billing reports, it's one tedious task where data is extracted from several equipment reports and organized into our billing workbook. And I thought, this is exactly what AI is for. This tedious and time-consuming task. I mean, if AI can write blog posts and analyze other complex data, surely it can handle some basic data extraction. Right? Well, not exactly. So here we go. Let me walk you through what I was trying to do. Every month, we generate equipment reports. These aren't those nice, clean, searchable PDFs where you can just copy and paste. No, some are hard copy printed documents. So we have to manually extract specific billing data, department codes, page counts, costs, and then organize it all into our existing billing workbook format. It's not complicated work, it's just tedious, and it takes a full focused day every month to pull the reports, enter the data into the summary document with the end result of generating our client invoices. This is all because of our focus is on giving our clients very customized services. And I thought, if I can get AI to do this, ha, it could give me time back to focus on things that actually matter, more services, more meaningful content. So I decided to test it. But here's the thing. I didn't just throw the task at AI and hope for the best. I created a simple testing framework that I want to share my actual learning experience with you today. So, whether you are testing AI or any other new tool in your business, this approach may save you some time and frustration. Just saying. I wish I had had it. Okay, here goes. Here is my five step AI testing framework. All right, step one, define success. What does working actually look like? For me, it meant accurate data extraction with zero. That would be goose eggs. However, I can't get my hand shaped right. Goose eggs of errors, okay? And at least 50% time savings. You want to be specific in your expectations. Don't just say, I want this to be easier. Define what easier means. Okay, here we go. Step two. All right, start simple. I uploaded one PDF and asked AI to extract data into a table format. I also provided the look of the table for an example. So don't try to automate your entire workflow on day one. Start with the smallest possible test. Okay, here we go. Step three. Okay, here goes. Iterate and clarify. When the first attempt didn't work or doesn't work, and it probably won't, refine your prompts. Ask the AI platform what format the examples should be. If I had known that, I would have asked the first time, but I didn't. Okay, so provide those examples and offer more specific instructions. This is where you learn whether the tool can actually do what you need. And ask AI. I've learned this as a result of this test here, that I need to ask my AI platform, hey, how do I need to send you numeric tabled information? What format? JPEG, OCR, text document? What does that look like? Okay, step four, set a time limit. I gave myself 30 minutes. I figure AI is the largest language model. It's pulling from the universe. It has to have answers. So if I couldn't get accurate results by then, it wasn't worth pursuing for me, because here's the truth. Your time has value. My time had value. And if you spend 3 hours trying to automate a 30-minute task, you've lost time, not saved it. All right, here's for the win. Step five, document everything. Track what worked, what didn't, and why. Because even if the test fails, you're still learning. You're building your own AI playbook for your business for your desired results. Winning! Okay, so here goes. So, what actually happened round one? The AI platform couldn't read the scanned PDFs accurately. Numbers were wrong, columns were mixed up, some data was completely missed. Okay, fine. I tried a different approach. Round two, I uploaded clearer scans. I broke the task into smaller baby pieces, provided more context, and it was still inaccurate. Okay, round three. AI kept hallucinating numbers, just making up numbers, mixing up department codes, creating formatting that didn't match my workbook at all. It was a problem, just saying. Round four, I manually corrected the data and asked AI to learn from my corrections. It got better, but still not reliable enough for billing. And when you're billing clients, accuracy is kind of non negotiable. And after 90 minutes, I called time out. This particular task wasn't ready for AI automation at all, at least not with the tools that I was using or the way I was asking for the results. And sometimes it's both of those things and you don't have them in the right order. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This failure, it taught me more than success ever would. Lesson one, scanned PDFs are AI kryptonite. And if your documents are image-based scans, not searchable text, AI struggles. OCR technology does exist, but it's not foolproof, especially with tables or messy originals or small fonts or inconsistent formatting. So you're testing AI for data extraction. Start with clean, text-based digital files. If you're working with scans, you might need specialized OCR software first. Lesson two, accuracy matters more than speed. AI gave me something fast, but something isn't good enough when you're billing clients. They don't like you making up their numbers. So, one wrong number could mean lost revenue or damaged trust with a client. For high stakes tasks like billing, contracts, financial reports, AI needs to be 99% accurate or more. You'll want a knowledgeable person to review this type of information. Otherwise, it's not worth the risk. Okay, lesson three. Not every task should be automated. Sometimes the juice isn't worth the squeeze, and my 30-minute manual process would have taken hours to automate reliably, and I'd still need to double check everything. So ask yourself, is this task repetitive enough, high volume enough, and low risk enough to justify the setup time? If not, a manual process might actually be smarter. Lesson four, failure is actually data. I didn't waste 90 minutes. I learned exactly where AI falls short, which tasks are better candidates for automation, and how to test tools more efficiently next time. Every test, successful or not, teaches you something, and it pays to ask, why didn't this work? So document your why. You're building your own playbook here. So when do you give up on an AI task? And more importantly, how do you feel good enough about the decision? Well, here's my rule of thumb. Give up when the setup time exceeds the time you saved. Give up when accuracy is critical and AI can't deliver 99% or better accuracy. Give up when you're spending more time fixing AI errors than doing it yourself. And give up when the task is too variable or context dependent for automation. All right. Keep going when the task is repetitive and high volume. Keep going when accuracy requirements are flexible, like drafts, brainstorming, or research. Keep going when you're willing to invest time upfront for long term savings. Keep going when the AI is learning and improving with each iteration. For my billing reports, I gave up for now. I'm not totally fine with that because I did learn something. Now, here's the ironic twist in all of this: the AI failed at billing, but it helped me create content about the successes in my failure. I used AI to organize my notes from the testing process. I was able to draft sections for a blog post I wrote. I could redefine my messaging, generate ideas for future content, including this podcast episode. So while AI couldn't solve this billing problem, it absolutely helped me turn this experience into valuable content for you. This is the real power of AI. It's not about replacing you, it's about amplifying what you're already good at doing. So, if you're curious about AI but don't know where to start, here's what I want you to do. One, pick your AI platform, choose one small repetitive task, and don't start with your most critical process. Pick something low risk where you can experiment safely. Two, define what success looks like for you. Be specific about time save, accuracy, ease of use. Three, set a time limit and don't let testing become a time suck. Four, document what works and what doesn't. Five, celebrate your learning, not just success. Remember to ask why and how might we. And remember, not every task requires AI. And sometimes the best tool is still your brain, your experience, and your judgment. And here's what I want you to take away from today's episode of Just a Point of View. Business is about continuous improvement. Improvement doesn't always mean automation, and sometimes it means knowing when to stick with what works for right now. I tested AI for my billing reports and it didn't work this time. I did learn exactly where the boundaries are, and I learned what questions to ask before I test the next tool. I turned this experience into content that hopefully helps you make smarter decisions or have better test results for your own business. Now, that's time well spent. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you tested AI for a task in your business? What worked? What didn't? Send me a message on LinkedIn or X or Twitter, and I'm on several other platforms. So let's learn from each other's experiments. And at the end of the day, we're all just trying to build businesses that give us more time for what matters. So create more time for meaning and generate more time for the work that actually lights you up. And sometimes that means knowing when to let the bot sit this one out. So thanks for listening to Just a Point of View. I'm Denise Reed, and I'll catch you next Thursday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.